Like,
I also just think I don't rhyme in general. Do I try to rhyme?
I like Halsey.
You
Okay.
can't say that because I just want to go down a line of like how much I listen to Halsey and how much I love her music. So you just can't say that. So
I like Halsey.
yeah,
Deal with it.
I love Halsey. So
I'm gonna say something controversial. Truthishly, I love Halsey.
I
She's.
yes, I go on kicks. I go on like I just dive into it and I just keep going. I will listen to her music on repeat.
I think she's a good egg. Are we on air?
Yes, I would assume at this point, yes. I just saw someone put in the comments Halsey is legit.
Wait,
So
we are
yes.
on air? What's happening?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep messing with my microphone. So sorry if things keep breaking, guys.
Okay. It's all right. Yeah. I'm just saying, like I have a significant amount of love for Halsey. And I follow her on social media everywhere and I get a little obsessive tracking it around sometimes.
This is the
She's great.
difference for when I am hosting and I have a technical issue and when other people do. I won't let the show be late. I'll just fucking do it on
Oh, you
air.
just hit
But
buttons and go?
I didn't find out about how bad my audio was during the podcast until after. Like Javon mentioned
Oh.
something a little bit, and so I'm working on it. Anyway, what's up, people? You can call and debate us. MAGA's garbage. 336-543-2101. I have a nerd incentive for some of you.
Ooh,
Nerd
yes.
incentive to super chat today. It's not
Nerd
that good of
alert.
incentive.
It's not?
Whenever we'll do a $10 super chat. Anyone who sends a $10 super chat, I will open a pack of Marvel superhero Magic the Gathering cards. Let's get started. Just see one. We are always chasing the Mind Stone, the borderless Mind Stone. They've only printed 150 of them, which is crazy because you would think, I would have thought that would make the price like way higher, but the price so far is only $1,700 for one. So I'm pretty surprised at like that. Now that $1,700 is cheap, but for something there's only 150 prints. Ooh, that's cool.
Ooh,
Kree Sentinel's cool. Aerial Doombot.
What?
Ant-Man's Army, Whiplash. Anyway, I'll be opening Marvel Magic the Gathering cards when we get $10 super chats today. And while we wait for people to call in and debate. Ooh, Horn of Greed.
I think the question is, how many of those packs do you have?
I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay. So send them all, guys. $10 or more, preferably the more, you know?
Yeah, for
whatever you
sure.
can do.
More. For sure, more, guys. Like, well, we're like send money. This is our job. Do you understand? This is our job.
Is.
Wait, how is Horn of Greed not in here? Let's go by number, and I'll see what their number 98 is. I ordered it directly from a reputable company though, so I don't think any fuckery's afoot. Anyway, we'll keep finishing this pack. Mighty Thor. Jane Foster, Mighty Thor. Agents of Hydra. Fisk Tower.
So, okay. While you're going through those, since we mentioned that this is a job, I have asked several MAGA, Republicans, conservatives, whatever you guys call yourselves now, define job without giving an example. And every single time, y'all have failed.
Fail. Yeah.
I mean, I ask them every time when they're like, you don't have a job. Like,
get a real job.
Get a real job.
Meanwhile, they're out here simping for billionaires who literally do not work. Their money works. They have $100 million, so they get $10 million a year for having $100 million. Meanwhile, you don't get fucking $50,000 a year unless you put your body in actual fucking danger. Like the fact that you guys, this crazy like simp for non-labor.
Yeah.
When you are labor is fucking crazy to me. I don't know.
Jimmy took my job. That's funny. Jimmy, did you take someone else's job? How rude of you.
Took my job. They took my job. No, I didn't take anybody's job. Ooh, this one's worth like $10.
$10.
Anyway, super chat $10 and I'll do another one. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Otherwise I ain't do shit. Do we get any yet? Nope.
Nope,
Nobody wants
nothing.
to see. If it was Pokemon cards, maybe I'll do Pokemon when my I got a hookup. I got a hookup where I'll be able to occasionally get some Pokemon cards at still MSRP. And so I might be able to. And you know what? It's not like a fan. I feel like people would be like, he's probably exploiting some fan. No, I'm exploiting a friend who has a good job in a relevant space. I'm not exploiting a fan. R.I.P. Skippy's channel. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know.
Who's Skippy? But that was $10, so I'm opening a pack.
Yes. So
MAGA, phone number, call. I'm ready for you.
they are an individual who went live on their own stream yesterday.
Oh, that's the guy who was using F slur? Yeah.
Yes.
I got
and Jovan reported them, obviously.
Did the channel get taken down?
I'm guessing so. Seattle or Salty Seattle. Can you confirm in the chat if it's down? Because I would prefer not to look them up. I don't want to corrupt my YouTube algorithm.
Were they already deleted though, or like where did they have a channel of any significance? Because if they didn't,
about 2,000 subs.
Okay, they did have. They possibly were even monetized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that one off to the side.
Moose, no one significantly important, just an absolute chud.
I thought we were talking about like somebody who mattered.
Oh, it's still up. Oh yeah, I do know he took the video, he unlisted the video. So if you watched it at any point, you can still go back and watch it. So it's haha, also the YouTube gods can still see it. So
right, they can confirm where it came from. I got a Killmonger.
Yeah.
Scourge of Wakanda, though, I don't know. I feel like he's one of those characters that you're like, isn't he half right at least? And then oh man, there's a couple more coming in. 336-543-2101. Breaking news. Man, what if somebody just woke up and they're about to find out from us?
Oh. I assume I think I know which part you're referencing.
Beloved icon Dolly Parton.
Oh.
I almost said Darlene Parton. Okay, Darlene Graham has won her primary. That's bad news.
Hey, Jacob.
Actually, it might not be that bad of news. As far as that Senate seat is not really much in play, but how embarrassing she was at that debate, I would almost argue her winning is what could put it in play. Because that pediatrician she's running against, that's running against her, people like her. And they do not like Darlene. So I don't know. There is the potential that seat becomes in play because they went with somebody as bad as Darlene. Anyway, but also beloved icon Dolly Parton today dead at 80 years old. So sorry guys.
It sucks. It really does.
I don't know how to explain it. Maybe Luthien, can you explain it? The face I make where you the other day, you'll always say that like, I'm doing a bit because of the face I'm making. But then I felt myself doing that face earlier when I was trying to break the news about Dolly Parton, because I thought like the way you went, wait, really? I was like, does she think this is like a thing I would do as a bit? So now I need to look authentic, like I'm not doing a bit, which just made it worse. I think is what
it just looks like you're trying not to smile.
Yeah, whenever it's not important for people to know I'm lying, you can tell I'm lying. I'm just putting that little asterisk on it, as far as anybody knows. All right, the big card, Wiccan Rising Magician, is the hollow. No full art out of that one. 336-543-2101. 336-543-2101. Whenever we get $10 super chats, I am ripping packs of Marvel Magic the Gathering while we wait to see if people want to call and actually fight. What's on your mind from the news? Besides, or you can talk about Darlene.
Yeah. So Darlene Graham has like the slimmest of chance to lose, if all of the remaining uncounted votes go to her opponent, whose name I already forgot because that's totally
Oh, that old guy?
useless. Yeah, some dude
Yeah.
with a name that sucks. There were a couple of other things. Let's see. What was I thinking of? Oh yeah. Did you see? Okay. Hopefully this isn't anything that you already talked about on the pod. But did you guys see that the Kennedy Center threw a little hissy fit on behalf of Donald Trump saying, well, if we can't put Donald Trump's name on the Kennedy Center, we might just demolish it.
Just destroy the Kennedy Center?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that. That's fucking craziness.
It's so
That's
great.
unhinged. Because they tried to loophole it, right? Their most recent loophole was they wanted a sign that said restored or refreshed by Donald J. Trump on it. That was the new loophole. They want his name on there, so it would still be the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts or whatever, renovated or restored by, I think it was restored by Donald Trump. That was their most recent. I think this is caught up. I think this is the fourth pack. So, yeah, I that's craziness. That's, first of all, Donald Trump, you do not associate Donald Trump with performing arts. Like the closest he was a reality TV show host. And a lot of people liked him back then, including myself, because of the fictional version of him that it didn't feel like could hurt us. And now, now we know. Ooh, I like that. I thought it was a King Loki card, but no, it's just, yeah, 336-543-2101 MAGA. You guys lost. You guys have failed. Trump has failed. Donald Trump, I don't understand sticking with him anymore. Honestly, like he has failed. Ironheart Clever Champion is our, can't remember what that rarity is called. And then our holo is Raft Security Officer. Okay. Hopefully we get something good because we're chasing that Mind Stone, y'all. We're chasing that Mind Stone. 336-543-2101, 336-543-2101. We are ready to debate. Are you doing your thing over on TikTok? Are people out there talking shit or what?
I haven't really paid it. Sorry. I was only paying attention to the nice people chats. Have there been another? There have not been many crybabies in the chat yet, surprisingly.
Not yet. Oh,
wait, hold on. Here's one. It's okay. He won presidency twice. His time is almost done. Call in.
I think that's somebody hopeful. I don't think that was somebody like.
No,
this is almost over.
This is a Trumpy.
Oh, okay. Well, call in, Trumpy. Defend those two victories. Defend that it was the right move. Defend that your vote was good and that we are getting. Because the thing that happens with MAGA is they can't name anything. They can't name anything of note, of warrant. Literally, like, your dude failed every step of the way. And the things that he said you had to vote for him as opposed to his opponent for, he fucking failed on every step of the way. Is my audio still doing the same thing, by the way, babe?
No, I think it's good.
Okay, well, that's good. For the moment, things are a little bit better. And somebody sent $10. I want to open another pack. 336-543-2101. Ripping the Mind Stone. What about the Mind Goblin? Mind Goblin is not in this pack, is it?
Good question.
I think that's that's a different box, but also I don't think it's that rare of a card. What are we talking about? Mind Goblin is like, Mind Goblin's like with just a little sticker at the bottom, and that has nothing to do with Marvel. That's just a goblin, guys. That's just a goblin. 336-543-2101, 336-543-2101. I also prefer Pokemon. I have a big old Pokemon collection. Do I have my binder nearby? I don't. My binder of my good stuff is not nearby. I did pull a random, Wug Trio.
Ooh, cool.
It's not that good of a card. Nah, it's not. These are.
It's shiny. That's all I saw was, ooh, shiny.
Pulls. Yeah.
Sorry, you made
I
some people
basically
happy. So
I always top load my hollows no matter how worthless they are, because I just feel like one day every card will be worth something. It will be worth the penny sleeve and the top loader one day. I think that's
ooh,
true.
that'd be fun. So Torta
We got two
Pounder,
more.
whatever your name is in TikTok. Call the number on the screen. It's super easy. 336-543-2101. We love to have conversations, especially with TikTokers. Jimmy doesn't get to experience them as much, so it's fantastic. Well, you've experienced two
I'm
of
a
them.
real noob, to tell
I'm
you the
aware.
truth. I'm very easy to defeat in debate. People are basically saying I'm a
Totally.
tremendous embarrassment to the call-in debate
Very.
community, and that they don't think I could ever pull off running like an entire organization of debaters, because then I would be the head. Like, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and having your weakest link at the top would make the whole. And so people are just saying those kinds of things, and so I think you should call. All right, let's see. Come on, Mind Stone. All right. Ooh, that's cool though. Crimson Operative. I think you will find the latest version of my armor particularly impressive.
What's that from?
A comic book. It's Crimson Dynamo
Oh,
is who's in that
it should
that
surprise
armor.
no one that I don't know a lot of cultural
Yeah,
references.
these are comic book based, not movie based. Though
Okay.
obviously they include some, because the move, like including the Jane Foster Thor, is something they may have been less likely to do had we not seen Jane Foster Thor on the big screen. We got two
Okay.
more, or we got one more. These are the two that have been paid for. The one I just showed in this one. 336-543-2101. I mean, it's just so easy, and then you can use it as a clip of like, man, look at this leftist with all of these subscribers who I just absolutely wrecked. I just absolutely wrecked him. I wrecked him on air. He hate us cause he ain't us, and I wrecked him. What? Ooh, it's not quite a full art, but it's sort of. It's like a almost kind
Well,
of.
yeah. Dark and Mysterious, you are also a Trumpy Trumper. So feel free to call the number on the screen. I'll read it out to you guys again. 336-543-2101. Again, Jimmy is enjoying the experience of dealing with TikTok MAGA supporters. So I'm bringing that in, and
I'm just a lowly woodworker who just thought it would be fun to do a call-in show and debate MAGA, because I'm a socialist woodworker.
Oh,
So,
here's the cop out. Here's the cop out, though, Jimmy. The same cop out that always comes. Hell no, I never let you creeps get my number.
Well, we've been doing a live show where people call in for 8 years, and the only thing we've ever done with phone numbers is on about a half dozen occasions now. We've given a phone number to the FBI. We have zero complaints, even amongst. By now, you would have thought people would have faked a complaint. Do you know what I mean? Like, by now, somebody would have been like, actually, they doxed me somewhere, and here's some fake AI screenshots.
No one's done it.
Now, granted, I've given the idea out now, so maybe it'll happen now. But even that hasn't happened. No one's even accused us of using their phone number, and we've had people literally call in. I didn't even call the FBI when a MAGA person called and confessed to voter fraud, that he voted multiple times in the election for Donald Trump. I didn't even call the FBI then, because I figured somebody probably else would do it.
Here's the other cope reply. Just let people request up like normal. It's creepy. Sorry, not happening with me. It's creepy for you to call. Like, do you think it's creepy when you call a number that called you and you call them back and you don't recognize it? Do you think that's creepy? Do you think it's creepy?
It is a dumb cop out, but we don't have a way to take it. Like, legitimately, like, you can complain about all that you want, but if you joined up right now, nobody in our audience would be able to hear it. And we've got, I'm sure it's over 1,000 people watching between both streams, or probably around 1,000 people over here. And so, like, you complaining about that now when we legitimately at the line, Ari is doing a very kind thing and simul streaming what is a production of the line. Like Luthien, say hello, would you, real quick?
Hello.
That is the voice of the call screener and producer, because this show is produced at a level higher than what TikTok you generally does. So we actually do a proper call-in show because we're a proper organization, and you'd be able to call in and you would have access. If you are so capable of winning here, if you are so capable of defeating our arguments here, you have probably the biggest audience at your within reach that you will ever have to come on here, unless you are yourself independently a very large TikToker, in which case you're welcome to reach out and we'll set up a formal thing and you can show up on the screen next to us. You can bring your friend. If you've got an audience, you want to reach out and you want fair time, equal time to speak, an actual like debate, definitely reach out. We'll set that shit up. But if you're just a person who thinks that you can handle it, who thinks that you're right and we're wrong, and you'd like to express that to us. The funny thing is too, you guys are always the ones saying we're in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
So burst our echo chamber. Right now, you can only say, wait, let's see. Jimmy, you aren't chasing the borderless Mind Stone. There are only 150 copies of Headliner. It isn't in play boosters and is worth way more than one. Well, right now I'm seeing 1,700, but are you positive it's not in? Is the borderless Mind Stone in booster packs MTG? That's going to really hurt my feelings if that's the case. Exclusively in collector boxes. I don't think this is a collector box. This is just a play booster box. This is just one of these. I think you're right.
Ooh.
Oh, man. All right. So what is the chase
Oh,
in that
Alex,
one?
you don't know numbers. I know you want to keep crying in my chat. Yeah, it's okay,
They always
Alex.
show up. They're so brave. And look, right now we're facing a few things. One, we're in a very oversaturated market. There's a lot of call-in shows, and that's been tough. We've got a plan for that. We've got a thing we're working on. Oh shit, I need to move back to the thank you for that, Luthien. Good call.
Okay, well, Dark and Mysterious, that's it. You get timed out because you've admitted that you're too much of a PAB to call a number because you think it's creepy to dial a phone.
Does PAB sound mean pussy ass bitch?
Yeah.
But you can't say that on TikTok?
I can.
Oh,
just sometimes I just don't. Just depends on my feeling. I want to make them think about what it means because they can't figure it out.
But I had to do it. I almost couldn't figure it out.
You figured it out instantly, though.
I just want to hear you say it is really what it comes down to.
Why you gotta be a little pussy ass bitch?
Oh my God, that was wonderful. That was everything I wanted and more. I got everything out of that I needed. It's just what I needed.
I'll have to send this to my friend and say, Eli, clip this so he can send that back to me.
Let's do Christian real quick because my answer is probably going to be call when we're both on. But Christian in Missouri, you're on the line with Ari and Jimmy is my name. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, Christian. I've had a long day. Sorry, guys.
I'm aware, man. I'm a big fan. So I have a couple of questions that I wrote down. I'm going to call into Takis tomorrow. I believe they do a show tomorrow, right?
Yes, on Thursdays. If that's tomorrow. No, Thursday is Takis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was Thursday, but then I thought I heard, I've watched all the live streams today, so I thought they said tomorrow for whatever reason.
Someone probably did. We're imperfect. By the way, we're actually working on the website. You will have a public calendar soon where you'll be able to see weeks in advance who's on what.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, by the way, I only found out, but I love you too, by the way, Ari. You're awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
I was also going to say, absolutely. My mom and I are big fans of the line. I was also going to say, I didn't know until I recently got into Javon's stream that there are actually people that don't like Jimmy's approach. And I'm like, bro, like these motherfuckers actually need to be put in their place. So
That's
will
cool.
say.
I appreciate
Much
it.
love.
I get weird when people are too nice to me, though. So we'll move from there.
I know.
You should also know Jovan also
You
just
said it in
has
the
a
video I
terrible
watched earlier.
audience. So about 70% of that isn't that they care about my approach. It's that they're Javon's audience is like 70% pieces of shit. And that might be true of my audience, but I'm so mean to them that they keep that shit to themselves.
Well, all right. Well, I won't be too nice to you. Fuck you. But
Thank
also,
you.
I like the approach regardless. But so, I don't know. I have two questions about two different subjects. My first question, you probably already saw it. How do your economic views, being a socialist, differ from Javon? I called into Javon yesterday or the day before Sunday. It was.
I think this would probably be the most fun if you would call with that question when he's on too, but I don't think he and I, as far as next steps, would be far from each other.
Sure.
So I don't know if there's like a super, but if anything, I think that communism is an eventuality that we actually have no choice but to eventually become communist. But I actually do think that there are other socialist stages that we could more smoothly pass through. And maybe we wouldn't then have to go to full on communism. I don't know. But I don't know. Well, I know we have disagreements over like whether or not communism is a subset of socialism because, objectively, definitively it is, but he believes it's not, that you don't have to use like an intermediary step and that it can be its own thing. So that's one of the ways in which he's wrong and I'm right. But, other than that,
well, I wrote down 4 questions, but here's a little, this is one that I posed to Javon, and I will call back when you guys are together. I just haven't gotten the chance since I got the balls to call in,
Okay.
But since I've had enough of your takes to actually ask you guys proper questions, I have to know your takes to ask you proper questions. But that being said, so my mom and I are big fans of the line. Pretty much all you guys, including you are. My mom loves you already, by the way. She's inside, but she would.
Well, what's your dad think of us?
She's gonna be mad. My dad's gone. He ain't here no more.
Is he MAGA?
Don't worry.
Or by that do you mean dead?
Yeah, I do.
And is that a sad thing or a good thing?
No. Well, I mean,
Sad thing.
it was
my
whatever.
condolences.
I mean, he was. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't care. I didn't ever care. I mean, he never cared about politics or anything. He was just your average. He was your average black dude from Haiti who didn't give a fuck about any of this shit. American bullshit. Didn't care.
Yeah, this is the weird thing. It's like people in the military too, where you're like, I know it's routine to say thank you for your service, but first of all, I don't mean it for most of you. And second of all, I don't know that you feel that way. Even my own dad, being military, told people to stop thanking him for his service because he never saw action or did anything worth. And so it was like one of the ways. But like when my dad dies and people are like, oh, what about your dad? If I'm like, he's dead, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm literally gonna be like, you should be sorry about what he did when he was alive. Not him being dead. It's the nicest thing he ever did to me.
My father, I've like I said, I've consumed for about a year content on the line before calling in, and I have sort of I clearly, of course, I don't understand what your growing up was like, but I've heard enough of you talk about it to understand. My dad was relatively similar, and I have a very personal question. Not personal. It is a question that should be asked on the line as a fan.
Okay.
But that kind of pertains to that. But yeah, I kind of had the same experience where my dad was, for the most part, a piece of shit. For me, I didn't give a fuck. I was more concerned for my mom because my mom was like, she didn't care either all that much, but she was like, wow, I'm getting up to this age that, the people that I loved passed away, even though I haven't spoken to him in, years. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I was more concerned for that kind of thing.
I got you.
I kind of.
Before we lose the audience, what we should probably hone back in on the question here.
Yes.
But
I posed
whatever
this question to
condolences,
Javon.
maybe. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I ain't worried about this fucking dude. I posed this question to Javon. This was sort of a side question. My mother is a socialist, and
cool.
I believe sort of like you, where I think that at the nth degree we're going to have to go towards towards something more like communism. How do I argue this with her? And that goes into my next question. If you want to answer both at the same time, so I don't derail the conversation. How do I explain to my brother, who really doesn't care that much about politics, but does lean left, that socialism is a viable option and probably the best option, probably the only option, in my opinion.
In the case of your mom, I don't think you need to argue with her. If she's already socialist, then, just give her the time to make her own journey and don't worry so much about it. Because generally we don't change people's minds. People's minds change themselves. We can be a part of that journey, but rarely is it like some big heated debate that is the moment that changes. Witnessing a debate can change a person's mind, which is why we do a lot of the show. But the debate itself rarely does. As far as your brother goes, usually I find that it is most easy to actually ask them what their values are. Because one of the things with people who are liberal leaning left is they don't even realize they're not liberals. The most frustrating thing in the world is you get people who yeah, I'm pretty liberal. And then you're like, oh, well, what do you think on this and this and this and this? And then they turn out to be leftists. What's even fucking crazier? Rural, laboring, right-wing people also often are socialists, but they have been raised conservative and their identity is MAGA. So as soon as you don't say socialist and you're just, okay, well, how should this work? Should a corporation, if you work on a farm, be allowed to basically monopolize and corner the market and then offer you not enough money to live despite the fact that you are busting your ass day in, day out, sacrificing your body? They should be able to just absolutely undercut to the point that you are actually working less than minimum wage because you're working 16-hour days and shit. And usually they're always like, well, no, that's, and do you support what's happening to the farmers with the subsidies, not being able to actually sell their shit? Basically, you run through it with them and you ask them what their solution would be. And almost every time they're like, well, I would do such and such. You're like, oh, that thing you're borrowing from socialism for. That's probably the approach with your brother. What are his actual values? And then on a specific issue, how far would he go with healthcare? Would he allow a for-profit healthcare system to exist? Can he point to a place where a for-profit healthcare system exists next to a public healthcare system where the private system doesn't start eating away at the public system, getting more and more monetary power, and then basically paying politicians to take little pieces away? Thus that oftentimes the best versions of the public healthcare is earlier stuff because the private market comes in and fucks it, which shows why you can't mix private and public. You actually do have to annihilate private healthcare.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what I would do. Ari, do you have any thoughts? Any thoughts or prayers?
You could just, if you want to help somebody realize what their side of politics are, explain the political ideas that you have, or not the ideas, not political, but
I have
agenda items, but don't say that they're leftists at all until after they've agreed with all of them, and then be like, oh, by the way, those are leftist politics.
I have tried that because I've been a leftist for a long time, and sorry to interrupt you. I only do this because I've had this discussion with him, and he's one of those people that he leans left, but he's one of those people who's like, don't talk to me about politics. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, I don't have time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
He so wouldn't. He would be like, he would get mad at me for even suggesting.
All right, here's what you do, Christian. Sit him down and be like, look, I hear you. You don't have time for it. You see that I am heavily invested in it. Do you trust me? And that my political things, like when we talk, do you trust that I have good judgment? And even if I get some things wrong, I'm doing my best. And if you're confident, he would say yes. And then you go, cool. I would like you to only commit the time to go vote with me. And I would like you to let me pick your candidates. If you don't have time for politics, but you trust me as your brother, I can tell you as your brother, I will pick the candidates that will best improve your life. And so if you don't have time for it, that's fine. I want to be able to hand you the guide and go, this is who I would vote for. This is who I can't control it. I can't make you mark those things, but I want you to take that guide in there and know you're going in and that I only picked them thinking about you and mom and everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I'm so sorry, Ari. It's not because it was you that I interrupted. It was just because of who my brother is.
You're good. I didn't even consider it that way.
I interrupt Ari all the time, but that's because I'm a misogynist. Go ahead.
Well, to add to that, I don't want to waste you guys' time too much. I had 4 questions.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
I want my friends to at least chuckle like I'm joking, but I think a lot of people watching were like, clearly Ari actually thinks he's a
No,
misogynist.
okay.
It's okay. I am.
You're in a misogynist sandwich right now, Ari.
I don't mean
You're in a misogynist.
Sorry,
sandwich.
I got distracted by a flying thing. Like the fuzzies in the air. Sometimes they come out very close. I did a squirrel moment. No, everyone is like, Jimmy actively works to deconstruct his systemic.
Oh my God, I hate this even more. Don't give me any credit. Okay.
Okay, L Jimmy.
That goes to very part of my next question too, by the way.
Yeah. What first would that conversation with your brother be fruitful? And then we have a debate call waiting. So one more question and then we're gonna move to the debate call.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to pick which. Here, I'll do the one that's actually this one. Ari, you may have a lot of stuff to say on this. Both of you guys may, because I want both takes, but in terms of gender identity, there's a reason I gave any all. And I am, for the most part, gender fluid. I had a friend that I grew up with who I came out to, and I was like, here's a picture. I said, do you know this girl? And it was a picture of me. And he goes, I don't know, but she's cute. And I go, that's me. And he goes, I didn't know you could be cute. And I didn't know you could be cute was the funniest fucking line in the world.
And now you're engaged?
Is it? No.
That's what we wanted.
That's actually funny.
He's a professional, gosh. He's a professional Magic player. Can I shout him out?
If he sends me some cards. Everybody, there's a P.O. box. Send me your Pokemon cards first. Yu-Gi-Oh! Second, Magic cards third. I'm just saying, apparently this last weekend, someone just gave Forrest, who doesn't collect, valuable Pokemon cards just to do so, just to give him valuable cards. And he doesn't collect while I'm actively at a card collection. And I'm just saying, if anybody wants to be my angel investor via Pokemon cards, feel fucking free, except I'll never sell them. I literally don't. I trade, but I never sell. You wouldn't be investing in much because I'd hold them. I'll sell them when I'm old. That's my retirement plan.
And don't give the money up. But
yeah,
I don't have to shout him out, but he is considered the best player in New Jersey for professional. I don't play on the level he does, but I do play Magic. I found the Magic discussion interesting. I couldn't watch because I was.
We do got to get to the question though. We got to keep moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Go to the question.
I'm so sorry. I'm wasting time here. Is it at 29 years old? Like, is it not worth my time to fully transit? Like, I don't even. And with everything that's going on,
that's the Takis question. I have no idea. First of all, for a lot of people, it's going to be like whether you should transition is going to be according to how pressing does it feel. How much are you suffering by not transitioning, and how many of your? I think a lot of trans people were like, if I could feel good enough not transitioning, then I probably wouldn't, at least visibly or whatever. If I could just feel fine, then I probably wouldn't. But my dysphoria is not satiated until I put in some effort. And so that's a question.
I can. Then can I ask this last question real quick, which is about
very fast,
Jimmy specifically? Okay. How difficult was it to deconstruct from religion, and do you think it's doable to keep a religious family member in my life post deconstruction of my own?
Depends on the family member and where they are with it. I have a sister who I still talk to who's like a hippie Mormon. Like, she's basically, I don't know, maybe if her husband's family left, she would let it go. There's something weird going on there, but she and her husband are more like leftists, but are still Mormons, and she's great. I like talking to her, but it matters more whether if you are a humanist and you're with somebody whose values aren't just secular not humanist, but like anti-humanist, you don't have to be a secular humanist, just humanist. Like, I know Christians, sure. I know Christians whose values reflect humanism. And that's usually going to be the easier thing. It's when those people are anti-humanist that it starts to feel more impossible. When you feel like you have friends from vulnerable communities who wouldn't be safe around somebody that is your family member. Those don't tend to be the people I see any value in keeping in my life.
Absolutely understandable. Absolutely understandable. I
Yeah.
won't waste more of your time because I know you got a debate
Cool.
call, and I would love to see you debate because, like I said, I love your approach. If anybody
Thanks,
doesn't,
Christian.
fuck them. Fuck them, man.
Yeah,
And I love you,
Fuck
Ari.
those guys.
I love
Thanks,
you, Ari.
Christian.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye. My mom is going to be so jealous.
Yay, jealous family. As
I
long
always
as it's
feel
healthy.
positivity is always so awkward to me. For the $2 super chat who asked, what is your stance on the Second Amendment? I don't believe the proletariat can be unarmed safely. So while I believe in better gun regulations, I intend to maintain my firearms because an unarmed proletariat is often an oppressed proletariat. Xavier Xavier from New York. We've talked before, and I think you literally said the exact same thing to the screener last time we spoke. So
That's a talent.
I assume you've got new information to justify your assertion that we're living in the best country in the world. So, on what metric would you describe America as the best country in the world? Xavier, do you know how to use a phone?
Hello?
Did we lose Xavier?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you,
Yes.
Xavier.
Can you hear me
Upon
now?
what metric do you believe?
Good evening. Good evening to everybody. God bless everybody that's around you too.
No one cares
God
about
bless
God
the
bless.
whole
We're
family.
going straight to the questions. You're
Nah,
little
why not?
sneaking in
Why?
your religion because I don't care about it and it's
No,
my show. I
it's God
decide.
bless. That means blessings.
Xavier,
What's wrong with blessings?
Xavier, I'm already close to hanging up. I almost hit it. You're trying to sneak in a little bit of your
Jesus
religion, okay? Satan bless you. Allahu
Wow.
Akbar. You noticing how this is getting weird?
See?
Fairies up your butt.
But you're doing your
Get the
religion
fairies
now.
all. Get the
You're talking
fairies
about the
all in your
devil.
butt. I don't believe in any of those guys. So how would that work?
So
Xavier,
why are you
your
talking
question,
about it?
Xavier,
Thanks, Berta.
why are you coming on to my show saying God bless you to a person who doesn't believe in it? Shut the fuck up
No,
and
I
get to the
said
actual
God
point.
bless the channel.
All right,
God
I'm done
bless
with
you. The
Xavier.
people are listening.
I'd rather have no calls today than talk to Xavier again. Legitimately. Fuck off, Xavier. It's not your show. I told you to move on and get to the actual question you were asked, and you just decided not to. So fuck off. I would rather do no fucking calls than talk to Xavier again, who says the same thing every time. We're living in the best country in the world. By what metric? We don't have the best healthcare. We don't have the best education. We don't have the
Nope.
best outcomes for
Nope.
mothers. We don't have the best outcomes for children. We don't have
Nope.
our poverty stats are not the lowest in the world. We are, or the highest in the world. Lowest. They are not the lowest in the world. We do not have the best average income. If you remove the ultra rich from the number, it gets even fucking more bleak. So like, if you want to call in and tell me by what metric are we the best country in the world, then you can answer that question if that's your prompt. But if you're going to come in and you're going to start saying your Christian spells and go, before I get started, let me just sneak in a couple of my spells here. Zim, zim, zalabim. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't give a fuck.
That's
I'd
funny.
rather do somebody send $10 and I'll rip another pack. I feel like I'm having a good time pack ripping, and I would rather have a show with no debate calls than some fucking bitch like Xavier calling in and be like, let me see if I can sneak in my little Jesus in here. Let me get my Christ up in this shit. When you were asked a fucking question. Fucking A.
We have a
Fucking
high
A.
recidivism rate too, the most in prison population. But in response to God bless you, I want to say science has baptized you.
Right. Like fucking Christ. Like, get the fuck out of here. Nothing bless you. That's my religion. There
I
ain't
mean, I don't
nothing.
disagree. Like the number of like it's just not necessary. If you want to debate God, fine, start there, I guess. But
Let's
weird.
see. Somebody was whining today on our voicemail.
Really? That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Yeah, let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Can you hear this?
No.
The person saying they can't call. Jesus Christ. If you don't make outgoing calls, what's the point? But they sounded almost like a robot. Their language was, I think that was like an AI voice thing. Let's see.
Hey, Dillahunsy.
Sounds like the
in
same
chat.
guy. This curse will bring you to the feeling of death, right to the feeling of complete loss, and then you'll realize where you were so wrong and why you were so ignorant. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily. So he starts doing the Lord's Prayer. Lead us not into temptation. Okay, so he cursed me, and then Lord's Prayer. $1 in me every single time you two idiots say guys anyway. Wait, that part's got to be right. Wait. By the way, curses are satanic. You're cosplaying as a Christian.
Wait, what's this person's name?
I don't know. It's just somebody whose phone number just left a voicemail cursing us. This curse will bring you right to the feelings of death, right to the feelings of complete loss. Why are you using the Lord's Prayer while doing a Wiccan practice of cursing? Like,
People are so weird.
What is wrong with you? Let's see. Misty just threat. This will be the second time giving money to watch Jimmy go through cards. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about, but I like the joy it brings him anywho. Yeah, you're getting to see a lot of autism on my face. We've got another call. Legitimately, I'm not even joking. The way I'm gonna rip some packs on Misty's behalf though.
Oh,
it was the person who called. So the person sending a curse was also apparently trying to call Luthien a bitch over and over again too. All right. Oh,
love it.
That's good looking. And she bought y'all a bunch of packs, so we're just gonna be ripping while things get screened and see what happens here. Stolen Stark Tech, Stark interesting. Super suit. Where's my super suit? Where is my super suit? That's from The Incredibles. That was as close to doing an impression of Samuel Jackson as I could without it probably coming off slightly racist. You either have you have to nail an impression. If you get close, it just sounds too racist. And even then, sometimes nailing impressions aren't allowed either.
Yeah, there are only certain impressions I can do. I can admit that. Mine is I have a high pitched voice. Going deeper hurts my vocal cords. So if I just go higher, it works better.
Legitimately, if a person calls in and they're like, I curse you, and you're gonna curse, blah blah blah. It has the exact and this is not an exaggeration. I feel as threatened as a child telling me I'm getting coal for Christmas. Legitimately. I feel as threatened as and it's funny because then they'll also be like, oh, you're having health problems? Probably because you left God. But I was having health problems, some of them worse in a lot of ways, when I believed in God and when I praised God and when I dedicated my life to God. And so this shit just does not fucking faze me. I'm sad that there's no chance of getting the Mind Stone in this. I thought I had a shot. To the person who was telling me that earlier, I got a shot at Borderless Doom, right? That's at least in this. Maybe I looked at the wrong list for this box before I started opening. Last one was...
Denny, people have to pay for that.
What are they paying for?
I can't do it. The UWU thing, you know?
Ooh, yeah, you got it. Yeah. And that's got to be sizable.
Yeah, not for 10. So
that's too many people's kink to be doing it only for $10.
Yeah, that is true. And since people
whenever
like
that
it,
happens,
it's gotta...
the peak on the little stat thing goes right up, and we know what's going on. Okay, people.
The rewatch.
I'll give it to you for free. Ew, woo. Try and masturbate to that, you freak. Anyone who successfully masturbates to that, your kinks are wrong, and I do shame them.
So that's funny. $67. No, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, will you guys tell me if my partner's gaslighting me about my beard looking good as I start to grow it out? I think she's just too nice and doesn't. And so I was like, "Do you like it this way?" She's like, "Yeah, I like it. It looks nice. It looks handsome." And I'm like, "Don't it? Doesn't it kind of make my face look fat? Doesn't it kind of wine in my face?" Maybe it's a little better because I let this grow out a little bit more before I let this part, so it maintains some triangular shape. But I feel like she's being positively gaslighty. She's like trying to gaslight me into having high self-esteem. Which, if you're gonna gaslight somebody, that's the way to do it.
Someone in my Twitch chat said would tap on Grinder.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you,
So.
Matt. Matt gets it. He says it looks like crap. I agree.
That's funny.
I want more Pokemon cards to pull on air. Send me boxes of Pokemon cards and I will pull them on air. And I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. That is a cool card. Oh, what do I get? Oh, just a swamp.
My friend Mia is offering valid insight that says you're literally gaslighting yourself out of accepting compliments from your partner.
Or maybe Mia, you're gaslighting yourself out of me not accepting that I'm gaslighting myself out of. Let's just go several layers deep. Let's go. You didn't realize that I didn't realize that you didn't realize that I realize.
Pull apart the onion, guys.
This one feels like something. Maybe just a little piece of sand got in there when they sealed it. I'm confident this isn't a real seal. It was a very reputable dealer. I can't remember. It's called like Nerd Closet or some shit like that.
Nerd Closet? Interesting.
All right, let's find out what Tyler's got to say. Tyler in Missouri. Tyler in Missouri. You're on the line with Jimmy and Ari.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hi, Tyler.
Don't hate me for being in Missouri. I've already gotten a lot of shit for it.
Why would I hate you for being in Missouri? I'm in Texas.
Is that a bad thing? I'm lost.
I like Missouri in cases. I don't know. Like I was just
I'm
up
from
in Dearborn,
Wyoming.
And Wyoming school. I haven't been there, but I've heard it's cool. I don't know. It was, when I was up in Dearborn.
I mean, I live in Texas.
A few people I told that I was
Florida,
from Missouri because they're immediately. Sorry. Okay, guys.
I think we just make a joke that it's close to sounding like misery, but that's as far as I know. It's just that it's a joke.
I'm in Texas, man. You know, Ari, are you public about what state you're in?
Yeah, I'm in Florida with Satan. So
right-wing hellholes that are a nightmare for human rights, I think we both got you beat. So I don't think you got to worry too much. And what'd you call in to debate us on?
Well, I kind of want to. So, I want to ask you guys, I guess. One particular instance I want to get your opinion on, I guess, and I'm down to talk more if you want. But so like I lived up in Minnesota for about 2 years. Before about 2 months ago, I moved back to Missouri. And I was only about 40 minutes away from Indianapolis. We all know kind of the state of Minneapolis. But I would go to the city a few times and hang out there a bunch. But there's one time I went to, I was walking around and there was this club that was I stumbled upon, and you had to kind of go down a few stairs. And this club, when I tried to go in there, it was I got denied because they were like, oh, you have to be Somali, and I was like, oh darn, it's like, well, I'm willing to pay to get in. They're like, nah, man. It's like, look at your skin color. I was like, you just won't fit in. It's like, trust me. I was like, oh, it's like, oh, yeah, you're right. It's like, that's fine. I was just kind of curious if I could get in. And then above that was this drag bar, which was fun. I went in because whatever, they're having a little talent show, and I got a beer. But they started one of the girls, quote unquote, was she was singing this song that was like it was like a love song to Satan, Lucifer. She was like, it was like a slow song. It went on for like 5 minutes. She had a whole dance to it. But a lot of the people in there were cheering for it, and then clearly liked it. And and from my experience, like talking to other people in the LGBT community, I think a lot of them are good people. I just think, unfortunately, like a lot of people in America are like culturally Christian, and so they like to say that they're agnostic or atheist or nihilistic even, but when you worship one, Satan isn't a god, so like praying to Satan and singing to him, like loving him, we all know kind of what Satan stands for, whether you're a Christian
Well,
or not.
relative to humans, Satan absolutely is a god, but go on.
That's true.
Yeah, I would get that from your perspective. I disagree. Christianity is a monotheistic religion.
If I'm doing just research into different religions as an atheist, as I am, it's hard to call the gods, the Nordic gods, and then be like, but Satan's just a guy, you know?
He's
so
just
relative
somebody.
to
Yeah, no,
whatever song you're talking about, it sounds like you're saying like they're not really agnostic or atheist because they're singing to Satan. Is that the point you're making?
No, the point I'm making is that we all agree that whether you're Christian or not, whether, yes, you consider Satan a god or not, we can usually all agree that Satan usually represents hate, kind of a disconnect from good.
No, I don't.
It's like
I don't agree with
appeal
that.
towards hatred or.
No, I don't. I don't agree with that. In fact, I grew up in a Christian tradition that had a very different view on Satan. While he still was like deceptive and lying, his whole deal was that he wanted to basically make it mandated everybody not sin as opposed to let people sin and end up in hell. His worst crime was wanting to defy the plan of God so that everyone got into heaven, not just some people. So no, I reject that. Like, and then there's also, I would describe Satan as essentially representative of scapegoating, as a thing that people want to blame for their own evil.
Are you saying that like plenty of people in the LGBT community worship something that they don't know what it is, Satan. Or are they worshiping something that Christians, Satan. Like most people in the world, would acknowledge that Satan is like a self-gratifying deity, like representative
I don't think nearly any of the ones that you are claiming worship Satan are worshiping Satan. I think that when you don't believe somebody exists, you can engage with the concept of their existence satirically, especially if your upbringing was an oppression in the name of that thing, that you were oppressed by that power.
Can I ask a quick question?
The Constitution mentions, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think that the Satanic Temple worships Satan?
I don't know, honestly. I would assume they acknowledge him.
No, actually, they're agnostic.
Exists. As a Christian, I assume Tyler thinks that whether they actually believe he exists, they're unintentionally worshiping. Because that's like the only thing they could get out of it.
The Satanic Church worship Satan, and then you said we don't worship
Satan? The Satanic Temple, they.
Yeah.
I'd go so far as to say we, because the Satanic Temple is mostly made up of secular humanists who appreciate the representation of Satanism as useful to challenge when there is a non-respect of the separation of church and state which is guaranteed by the Constitution. So while I don't consider myself a Satanist, yes, I fight with Muslims every time they call in. I think their religion's super fucking stupid too.
Perfect. Yeah. Do you know how they think about like a lot of the like Muslim Brotherhood and the Islamic Republic, what they consider secular people in the West, what they call you guys, and how they think about your politics?
Well, it depends on who, but yes, extremist people do not like me. No, the extremist religious people in Christianity and Islam, and by the way, Judaism is by the way, you're about to commit a genetic fallacy, but you might want to let me finish a point before you try and jump as quick as you can to the next one. You literally went with the Islamic Republic and Muslim Brotherhood, which are extremist sects. And then you go, why do you think so many Muslims vote with you guys? Well, the Muslims who vote with us aren't those extremist sects, but I will agree with you that there are a lot of Muslims who are themselves socially conservative, but they recognize that the Republicans are Christian nationalists and racist. And so in many cases, it is in their family's best interest. I'm sorry, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hey man, the end of my sentence, Tyler, was super important to my point. So if you wouldn't mind, They recognize
Go on.
that their family is going to be better off voting for people who maintain the separation of church and state and maintain anti-racist policies, much like this is why if Republicans would stop being racist, you would win so much more of the black vote, because a lot of black people are actually very socially conservative.
Oh, yeah.
And yet you can't win their vote because you guys are racist and they're not going to vote for, sorry, I won't say you guys. Tyler, I don't know if you're racist. I don't even know if you're MAGA. If you are, then yeah, you're racist. But MAGA and the Republicans have been historically and politically racist.
You guys aren't guilty of any stupid fallacies at all, are you?
I'm sorry, Tyler, are you now melting down
Illogical.
because I answered your question? What was
No.
what is this? Are you having difficulty
no,
emotionally
I have another
regulating
point.
right now, buddy?
No.
All right, well, take a breath, regulate your emotions.
So why
Stop
do you
letting
think,
your
why do you think
hormones
so many
get the best of
so
you.
you said yeah.
Huh?
Okay. All right. So yeah, why do you think? Yeah. So you said a lot of Muslims align with you guys because you think.
Actually, I didn't say they align with us. I said the opposite. I said they don't align with us.
Humanistic best interests, right?
I actually said, so to correct what you just said, I said they don't align with us. They are usually socially rather conservative people. However, it is in their family's best interest to vote with us because voting with the anti-racist and separation of church and state people benefits their family.
So when I was just in the Dearborn, up in Dearborn,
okay, just so you know, I don't care about any of your stories because I don't have any reason to believe them, even when they are benign. So just know, even if whatever example you're about to give me would sound excellent, I'm going to dismiss it as anecdotal evidence. Any point that you could make that has value will have data, and then you can use an anecdote to illustrate the data.
Insulting me and stuff.
I mean, if he wants
Tyler, you interrupted me. You wouldn't let me finish my sentence earlier. You're complaining. Sorry, Ari, but he's just saying I'm insulting. You interrupted me. Okay, cool. Hey, you know what I said earlier, Tyler? I'm going to let Ari have her words with you, and then I'm already done with you because I don't care. You're literally sitting here being the fucking victim. I know, you've already hit your max, you've already said your talking points.
You're
a whiny victim. I don't care about MAGA victims. Go ahead, Ari. What did you want to say?
Yeah. So, Jimmy, I don't know how much you've kept up with elections in other states or anything like that, but I'm curious if Tyler is familiar with any elections in the state of Michigan. So let's see.
Up in Dearborn? Yeah, you can unmute him if you like.
No, it might actually be Dearborn. I can't remember.
You just keep saying Dearborn.
Yeah, everyone says it. So, Tyler, are you familiar with any of the elections? Are you familiar with any of the elections in Michigan that have occurred recently? Because, their primaries were just last month.
I know a few. Yeah, but
okay.
Was it
so there was
no,
nothing to do with Abdul Al Sayed. Are you familiar with Amir Hassan at all?
Is that?
He was running for the House of Representatives.
Similar, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was running for the House of Representatives. Do you think he was Muslim?
I don't know. My point is not to bash Muslims.
Well, no. I'm asking this for a reason because Jimmy made a point that if you're MAGA, you're racist, right?
It's true.
So Amir Hassan was running for the 8th district for the House of Representatives in Michigan as a Republican, Trump endorsed black man, right? And everyone was assuming that he was Muslim because of his name, Amir Hassan, so much when they went and they were campaigning for him. One of the Trump administrator, people in the Trump admin went up and introduced, was talking about him, and our candidate, Amir Hassan, and everyone in the crowd booed. And he was like, wait, you're not supposed to boo. He's our guy. And then people still booed afterwards because of the name,
Sounds like the oversimplified voting practices aren't coming from the left.
Quick, why do you guys
it's so crazy. And it's also funny. I just want to hold on, Tyler. I'm not. Tyler, I'm not. I'm making a point here. I'm making a point here. If you would let me get to it, you would figure it out, right?
I'm excited to answer his question, though.
I'm trying. You guys are just blabbering away. You're not letting me talk. Yeah.
Sir, I've barely gotten.
Actually, Tyler, you're asking questions and you interrupt as the answer is being delivered.
Shut the
Like people.
Go
fuck up,
insane.
you lying.
Great. And now I've just muted you.
crybaby.
You just told me to shut the fuck up after whining about, and you guys are just blabbering up. We're literally directly answering your questions. You are an emotionally unregulated child. You at 30 years of age, Tyler, still cannot control your hormones. You are menstruating on air right now because you're too overwhelmed by the challenge of, oh shit, I can't back this up. I literally came to a debate with anecdotes about going to a drag club and not being allowed in with the Somalians. Ari, you finish your point, and then I will respond to his stupid question of why do you conflate a religion with a race?
Yeah. So Amir Hassan, Trump endorsed, made a video saying, I'm not Muslim, guys. I'm a Christian, and lost his primary to a white man with a very white sounding name that had dropped out of the race because he had raised less than $2,000. So when we're saying that people that are self-identify as MAGA are racist, that's why they read a name, don't know anything about him, ignore the fact that R is next to the name and just say, oh, he's not the one for me. I'm going to vote for the guy whose last name ends with Smith or whatever.
I'm not going to vote for the Trump endorsed guy.
I'm not going to, because I don't even know that Trump endorsed him. So yeah, MAGA is absolutely racist.
To answer your dumb question about conflation, it's actually, we don't. You guys do. You guys treat Arab people poorly. You are racist toward Arabs, and you specifically cite Islam as the reason why you do. It's why you guys are enjoying with erections. You guys are fully hard as you watch Palestinian children die in Gaza, as you hear about schools being bombed in Iran. Literally, you guys can't come without it. So that is why you are accusing us of that conflation, because it is the core. It's that you are in fact racist, but you use Islam as your cover. And by the way, I have the proof of that at the beginning of this call. When Tyler brought up the Islamic Republic and the Muslim Brotherhood, and then literally committed an equivocation fallacy and immediately equivocated Islam, Muslims broadly, and American Muslims who are voting, and went, and so why do you think those guys vote with you? Not the Islamic Republic, not the Muslim Brotherhood. Muslim Brotherhood, as far as I know, don't really vote. They believe in not voting. They promote not voting. And by the way, as far as voting with me goes, that doesn't make any sense, because I'm a socialist who said, guys, plug your fucking nose and vote for the slightly less genocidal asshole in this one. Vote for Kamala Harris. And a bunch of the Muslims in Michigan, where Harris lost, and it was a big part of her loss, wouldn't vote because of the fucking disgusting lack of empathy the right has for Arab children. And because Democrats have not looked better. Democrats have not, they looked real bad with how bad the shit was going there. And they didn't realize it actually wasn't as bad. I think now a lot of those people would go, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have gone and voted for Harris, because it is definitely far worse. So that's the answer to your very good faith question. And now I'm going to give you the advice you weren't wanting to listen to, and then you had to whine and let your hormones take over and stop emotionally regulating. Tyler, I don't care about your anecdotes unless you first introduce the data. Anecdotes are wonderful as an illustration of data, but your anecdotes of what you saw on the ground in Michigan are both influenced by your framing and the bias that influences your framing, what you are looking for, your own confirmation bias, as well as, I don't fucking know you, Tyler. So for all I know, you're making the shit up. So as we unmute you, know that I am interested in data way more than anecdotes. But my first question that I will ask you to answer is, what is the name of the channel that you called into?
Wait, was I muted the whole time?
Yes, dead ass, for sure. You were muted the whole time.
Wait, how long was it muted? Like a few minutes?
All the time I was speaking.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting how you defended the IRGC for killing 50,000 people after they killed 50,000 people in January.
Hey, when did that
You called me
happen?
racist.
Fuck?
Hey,
And then
hey,
you call-
Tyler, you've now been muted again. I would like you to give me the word for word quote of me defending the IRGC.
Bro.
Go.
When you were criticizing me for what you brought up Iran, and you defended Iran, you didn't like the.
I didn't
that we were
defend
No,
involved
he
in Iran?
didn't.
In fact,
You
that
weren't
never
listening
happened.
at
You don't
all.
like how we were
Tyler, I will
involved in
give you
Iran?
$10,000. I will
Didn't
give
say
you
anything about that.
$10,000 to find the clip of me defending the IRGC. And if it doesn't
When you're
exist, I expect you to give me
defending
$1,000.
Iran,
Are
you're
you
defending
confident?
the IRGC,
No,
the
no, no. I
Iranian
never.
government. The
Great,
Iranian people.
Nope. I'm muting you again because you're trying to talk over me. You're muted again. I will give you 10-1 odds. If you can find the clip of me defending the IRGC or defending Iran, I will give you $10,000, but you have to put up $1,000. I'm giving you 10-1. I get $1,000 from you.
Damn.
We'll get that in escrow. And if you win, I give you 10,000. If I win, you give me 1,000. Is that a deal, Tyler?
I'm not a cuck for money like you. You should know what you just said. I heard
Tyler,
you.
I'm sorry. I
A
know
lot
what
of
I
people
just
heard
said,
you.
Tyler. In fact, I know extremely well. In fact, Ari, you were here listening. Ari,
Just
at any point
answer
did
my question.
I'm sorry, I'm done. I didn't hear your question because I have to keep muting you because you don't know when it's your fucking turn because you don't know your place. Ari, at any point did I defend the IRGC or defend Iran?
Nope, not at all.
At any point did I make any positive comment about Iran or any comment other than this caller equivocated the Islamic Republic and the Muslim Brotherhood as American Muslim citizens at the beginning of his call?
Oh, that's all you said, which is in zero defense of the actions of the Iranian government or the IRGC.
Tight. So Tyler, why not claim the $10,000? Easy money.
Yeah, it'd be so easy to find it and prove it because guess
Not
what? You
claiming
were
easy money.
muted the entire time that Jimmy was talking during that. So
Well,
no
you
other
guys are not
voices were
letting
interrupting
me
it.
talk.
Are you going
Maybe
to
if you
are you
stop
gonna claim the
crying like a
10,000?
pussy-ass
Are you going to take the
bitch.
$10,000 challenge, Tyler?
No, I don't care about your money. I know what you just said. You
Mhm.
considered anybody racist that doesn't support Islam. Do you know what the IRGC
Oh, nope.
is?
We're going to have to
What
mute
the
again
fuck?
because now you make a claim and then you're trying to move the topic off. I have not said I consider anybody racist who does not support Islam. What I said was the Republican Party and MAGA are racist. One of the groups of people they are racist toward are Arab people. And one of the ways they use to justify that racism is Islam. Whether or not those Arabs are themselves actually Muslim, or whether or not those Arabs adhere to more extreme forms of Islam, like the equivocation fallacy Tyler made at that. So Tyler, now my question to you, and it's the only one I want the answer to before I will allow the conversation to go on anymore. What is the name of the channel you called in on?
What do you mean? I'm on YouTube. You came across my shorts.
What is the name of this channel?
What's the name of the top of the screen?
Top of the screen is The Line.
Nope.
Oh,
You
it
missed
says
some
more
parts
than
of
that.
it. You missed a little bit.
The Line.
What are you leaving out? We're not on the line right now. It's something and the line.
I don't know. I
You
don't care.
He can't
No, the
operate his
English-
phone. So the
Are
guy
you not
called
able
Jimmy
to
Snow
read, my guy?
on
Bro,
the
you guys
channel
actually trying to talk
called.
about something, or you're just here to bitch? Dude?
No, Tyler, not with you. You're so bad faith and you keep committing fallacy after fallacy and lying about what I've said that I legitimately don't care whether or not you feel like we've had a productive conversation. You are incapable of emotionally regulating. You are a slave to your testosterone, your hormones. You are too hormonal. Thank goodness. I really hope we never elect you as president because clearly as a man, you are too emotional to be president. Tyler, you called Jimmy Snow on the line and you called Jimmy Snow. This is my channel. It's been my channel for 9 years now, something crazy like that, 8, 9 years, and told me to shut the fuck up. just
Doesn't go
half the
well.
call ago, like 5 minutes ago. I don't know how long it's going.
And well, Jimmy, I think what the issue is he only knows 7 letters out of the 26 letters of the alphabet.
That could be. That could be. But you told me to shut the fuck up. How did you think it was going to go? You're sitting here acting like, oh, you guys don't want to have a conversation in which you said the phrase, shut the fuck up. So how did you think in calling to mind where I am graciously, through my benevolence, offering my audience to you and your mouth and your words? How did you think it was going to go when you decided to, with your whole chest, tell me, the owner, producer, and developer of this channel and the line, just so you know, you aren't on the line, you're on Jimmy Snow on the line. How did you think it was going to go as you sit there and cry that you're not being treated fairly after telling me to shut the fuck up? And now I'll unmute.
To be honest, I expected you to treat me unfairly. I'm used to this. You guys, that's
unfairly,
all you
you told me to shut the fuck up.
That's what you guys treat MAGA.
Great. So I muted him again. I've treated him unfairly, who did from the gate has been lying about what points I've just said. Isn't actually listening. He's listening for keywords. I've treated him unfairly, and then he told me to shut the fuck up. Who broke good faith here, Tyler? You with your equivocation fallacy on the jump? And
he's
then
actually
shut the fuck up?
He's not going to be able to answer you, Jimmy, because unfortunately, as we've already discovered, he only knows 7 letters out of the entire alphabet. At the ripe age of 30 that he is, we, Jimmy, you and I have never met somebody that has actually been able to reach their full potential as an adult or a human being until today, right this minute. That's Tyler. He's the first person we've ever met that's reached his full potential.
You've won, Tyler. You've modeled how it would be to be fair, so I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. Go ahead, Tyler. Let's continue the conversation, and I will just reflect my treatment.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
What do you want me to answer?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah? You feel big?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You're touching yourself hearing me
talk?
talk?
Shut the fuck up.
Little big boy?
Shut the
fuck up. You watching
up.
child kitties? You watching kitty porn?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I could fold you up like a
Shut
chair.
The fuck
your spine,
up.
put your dick in your own mouth.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, by the way, Tyler, did you know I fucked your dad? I come on your dad's face. Like, if you ever saw it, it looked like there was tear coming down his face. That was my cum. I fucked your dad. Do you mind?
Hey, and Tyler, just a friendly reminder, Tyler, the first person that brought up genitalia or body parts was you, and the first thing you thought of was somebody else's dick. Is this your Tyler? Is this your coming out of the closet moment? Unfortunately, while I think that is beautiful for you, I don't think I could consider you part of the community. But thank you so much for feeling safe enough here to come out with yourself. And acknowledge that. But I do find it a little bit concerning that you also brought up children in the same sentence.
Right. Child
Tyler,
porn. You literally elected a pedophile, you fucking idiot. Like,
it's so weird that he's just so obsessed with children's genitalia, children being unclothed, and he's obsessed with dicks. Like, so weird.
Yeah.
I think he's actually a super attracted to you, Jimmy. And I think that's part of it.
Why did you defend Donald Trump having sex with 13-year-olds?
What?
Why did you defend Donald Trump having sex with 13-year-olds? Remember, Tyler, how earlier in this call you defended Donald Trump. Tyler, you defended Donald Trump having sex with 13-year-olds. Why did you do that? You guys remember that in chat, right?
You guys gotta stop with these lies. You can't just...
Oh, we need to stop with our lies about what people say that they don't say? Tyler, there might be a day coming, and I'm excited for you, and I hope you send me an email to say it finally happened, and it's going to be the day where a little spark will happen, and you'll go, oh my God, I think I just developed self-awareness. I think I'm aware of myself. I think I see that it's ironic to accuse other people of lying about what I said after I just lied about what they said. I think the day might come that I once again come in your dad's face.
I mean, Tyler's dad just said thank you in the chat with the 20. So that's pretty fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Jimmy, from Tyler's dad. Well, Tyler's dad, I appreciate you over there in Missouri. I'm sure it's still crusted up your beard. All right. Bye, Tyler.
God damn.
Tyler's the kind of guy who tells everybody, you know, I've done 500 debates and I've won every single one. I've won every single one. And it's funny because he didn't even leave his script even after I said at the beginning of this show, at the beginning of his call, rather, he didn't give up his script. Even though I said I think Islam's fucking stupid and terrible. And he's like, all right, anyway, you like Islam, you defend Islam. Why do you think they vote for it? The same reason why super conservative Christian black people vote for Democrats, not leftists. Because MAGA is very clearly racist. And we should have talked about that. We could have had a great conversation where you'd be like, all right, how are we racist? And we could discuss that. Instead, you're like, hey, you guys defend Islam, and you guys defend, you know what the Islamic Republic thinks about things going in your butt.
You mean as much as Christians are obsessed with what people do in their bedrooms, what women do with their doctor, what parents, what conversations parents have with their kid and the kid's doctor. Like, you guys are the ones that want to legislate every part of an individual's privacy. So
when I Googled Islam in the butt, I saw some disturbing things. And you are ignoring the disturbing things that I saw. Why am I doing like almost like a fucking chud Bernie Sanders? I think I owe you one more pack right now. I've been splitting packs every time I get $10 in.
Yeah, he's just catching up on the cards. Also, like, friendly reminder to the Christians that want to cry about Muhammad and everything with the Muslim religion and their prophet. Mary was 14.
Yeah, God's a fucking pedophile. But don't get me wrong. I mean, like,
when she was unconsensually impregnated by God.
It's you guys who are the hypocrites if you're complaining about that, because the Bible is full of rape and child molestation and all kinds of fucking shit. The Bible is an absolute dog shit book. I get to call out Muhammad for being a fucking pedophile. I get to call out Islam for being a fucking death cult and disgusting. Like, I get to call out Christianity for the same fucking things, because you guys are both two sides of the same shitty Abrahamic coin, except your coin has a third side that is, you know, I actually don't mind the regular Jews. Zionist Judaism.
Oh,
that's not even a Zionism
is the
Judaism worst. That is being bastardized by Zionists. That's the fucking dog shit. Fucking garbage. Fucking Zionists. Their brains are fucking broken and disgusting.
And also, like, the Bible,
Nazis is what they are.
The Bible also says that women are ready for girls are ready for marriage after puberty.
When they bleed. Has she gotten her blood?
By the way, puberty can happen as early as 9.
I know.
Sometimes earlier. Sometimes it's
fucking Tyler.
8 or 7.
Tyler's sitting watching. He's like, I know that. I'm counting on it.
Oh, he probably does. That's the creepy part. So just want to help you out with that. If you truly think your religion is somehow above it, it's not. It actually endorses it. I think it specifically says when your breasts start to form, which can happen at any time.
Scooby-Doo, Oh, I did the wrong one. I guess that was a blessing to be flat-chested back in the day. Like, fucking please never develop. Please never develop.
You know what? I feel that one.
Well, for the record, this was a meta commentary. I certainly was not commenting on. I wouldn't comment on my
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, when I come on the show, I wear the same clothes, like the same shirt that I went into work. So all of my clothes are purposely
Christians want to impregnate me because I am not flat-chested.
Are you gonna have a butt baby?
I'm a solid B cup.
You're gonna have a butt baby, like Satan.
All right, you're not allowed to say that to queer men. That's the thing we're allowed to say to homophobic people. You can't say that.
No, I was referencing South Park. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was homophobic of them. That's okay. You didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. It's like when lesbians use the F slur, and it's kind of like, you guys, lesbians, it's not for you. We were open to it, but then you overused it. You were way too casual, and you started introducing us as your F slur friend too much, and so we revoked your card. Sorry, lesbians, you don't that word ain't for you. We give some exceptions to the butches because they've been oppressed. Some of them have been oppressed at a similar level. So we will give good faith if we hear a butch say it that we think probably they can. But lesbians, it's not for you. The F slur, it's not yours. You abused it.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Susan in my TikTok chat, feel free to call the number on the screen. It's 336-543-2101. Our solutions don't include keeping people dependent on government or indoctrinating in ... because character limit reached. Call in, prove your point.
I'm just outwoking everybody this week. Don't feel bad. One time there was a black person on the line who was repeating points of white nationalism, and in front of Javon, I was like, dude, I'm more black than you are. And Javon was like, you can't say that. I was like, okay,
no.
You're more white nationalist than me. He's like, okay, that you can say. That you can say.
Okay, that's
I like
fair.
to antagonize straight men with the concept of them having my butt, baby. Because I don't, first of all, don't presume I'm a bottom. That's rude, and I'm not. I will be impregnating their butts.
Love you guys. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. You don't know what you don't know. And South Park fucked up a lot of people's understanding of what they know.
I don't
transgender,
know.
If you're transgender, as far as the F slur goes, you just get it. I don't like everything I just said, transgender, lesbians, whatever. If you're trans, every slur I have control over, I give you permission. I can't really give you that card on the R word, but I think we should, because you just get them all. Any of the one that I'm representing. All right, let's see. Michael, like the angel. Let's see if Michael is an angel.
Or at least
Michael,
has
you
more
are
manners.
on the line. Michael from Missouri. Do you know Tyler from Missouri?
That's hilarious, actually.
Not really.
Not really?
Met?
So
what does
you
not
do?
really mean? Do you know? You've met that guy?
No, I thought of Tyler, the creator, but I don't remember if he was from Missouri or.
No, I meant the last caller. The caller before you was also from Missouri. Actually, so was Christian, but he was nice. Or they were nice. They were any and all. So we've had 3
That's
Missouri calls today. I don't know what's going on. Why we're getting the algorithm over there so hard. But go ahead for me. What do you have for me? Presuming you're not Tyler in a Michael suit.
Yeah, I believe that the flesh is bad, and that on Earth that like we share one Father, and that that it's through the gospel that we can have like righteous judgment about whether a person is like what's he doing is bad or like.
Great, Michael. I don't believe you.
I mean, that got incestuous real quick.
Yeah. So
weird.
Michael, you've given me 3 of your beliefs. I don't believe you. Now what?
Wait, okay, can we go through each belief and then like why do we not believe that?
No, because there's not a why do I not believe it. The why I don't believe it is that I don't think that I have ever been exposed to evidence adequate to make me believe it. So if you want to give me evidence, let's go with your first one. We all have one Father.
The invisible God, like his attributes are invisible, so we have faith.
I don't believe you. Right. I don't have faith. And I don't think that it would be good to have faith. So I don't believe you. I don't have faith. And I don't believe we have to have faith. So you either need to convince me that we in fact do have to have faith, or accept me not accepting that you feel that way. You can feel that way all you want. I don't believe you. Now what?
Nobody needs to have faith to be saved because Jesus saved somebody based on somebody else's faith. Like,
great. Then I'm not great. Wait. To Michael, then why are you calling? I'm not going to worry about it then. I don't believe faith makes sense because faith works with all types of religion, right? So also to the person, and I already said, if you're a trans lesbian, you get all the slurs. I don't care. But you saying I'm 100% wrong, no. And you can call and debate if you like. But the F slur is not for cisgender, AFAB lesbians. They overused it, and we're taking it back. You got to be more responsible with something that was used more. Anyway, Michael, I don't believe you. And so if you're saying I'm going to be saved anyway, because it doesn't matter whether I have faith, as long as somebody else has faith, I'll be saved. Great. I'm not going to worry about it. But at the moment, you're calling to advocate for these beliefs. I'm saying there are no good reasons to believe that way. There are lots of good reasons to live a life as a secular humanist. There are lots of good reasons to throw your hat behind humanism. There are lots of good reasons to throw your hat behind socialism, behind leftism. I don't think there are any good reasons to throw your hat in the ring for what you have brought here. So unless you have those good reasons, we have no conversation to have. If you're just saying we have to have faith, I'm going to need your reason. We have to, but you just backed off of that. Literally, you said we have to have faith. I said, I don't believe that. You go, well, you don't have to because someone else can. So what are we talking about?
I get your concept about like we have to have faith or don't have to faith, but like Trump believing in also like humanism, like isn't Trump a humanist also?
No, definitely not.
How is Trump not a humanist?
That's a crazy
Donald Trump, not only is Donald Trump not a humanist, he is anti-humanist. He practices anti-humanism. The values that he espouses are anti-humanist. His support of the Gazan genocide, or if you want to go more recently, the Iranian war and the absolute incompetence by which they have been targeted identifying, the fact that they knew they were not actually hurting real Venezuelan drug targets, and that they not only killed those people in the Venezuelan sea, but also then went back and committed war crimes and made sure the people that were trying to swim to safety from the wreckage were also killed, meaning they had already neutralized the alleged threat of the boat and what's on it, and then they just killed the people who should have been taken prisoner for kicks. This would be just one example. Humanism is also pro-queer affirmation. So as far as if you want to get gay married, you want to transition, any of those things, he is proudly, in fact, within the last 24 to 48 hours, got up and bragged that under his order, there are hospitals forcibly detransitioning people, giving them untrans surgery. Would you like more examples? I will warn you, I only have about 1,000 examples of ways Donald Trump is not a humanist. What is a humanist? Let's start there, Michael. What is humanism?
I get your concept about Trump that like not only
No. Your question is what is humanism?
I get your concept about humanism.
What is my concept of humanism?
That Trump is the opposite of a humanist.
What is my definition of humanism?
Your definition of what is not a humanist is Trump.
I didn't ask for what my definition of what not a humanist is. That's not how definitions work. What is the historical definition of humanism?
Who Jesus was. Jesus was the best humanist.
Incorrect. Humanism and Jesus have no overlap. In fact, humanism, I believe, started to emerge around the 13th century in Italy as far as a philosophy goes. So you are using a word for which you do not know what its meaning or history is. So which definition of humanism that exists outside of your mind and your mind alone does Donald Trump satisfy?
You're a good philosopher about humanists, but Jesus actually practiced and preached humanism. You're a good philosopher about humanism, but
are you sure about that?
Yeah, you're just a good philosopher about humanists, but Jesus.
Are you sure that Jesus preached humanism?
Not only that, but Jesus came to save us of our sins. Like,
I'm sorry, the concept of sin is actually anti-humanist, because the concept of sin is that you are born deeply corrupt and unwell, and that we must essentially force upon you the cure, when in fact that has been antithetical to human thriving, and those religious teachings as being antithetical to human thriving are therefore anti-humanist.
How is Jesus teaching that we're born like?
By the way, hey Michael, Michael, what did Jesus teach about lying?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said that, or the Bible says that it's impossible for God to lie.
What did he teach about humans lying, like people, like me?
Jesus said that the reason we're unwell and corrupt and lie and steal and cheat is because we're born that way.
But did he say we should or shouldn't lie?
The Bible says it's in our nature that the reason we lie.
But does the
because we're born
Bible
that
say
way.
we should or should not lie? I'll give you a hint. You can check the 10 Commandments.
That was abolished by the New Covenant.
I'm sorry, it wasn't abolished by the New Covenant, but what does Jesus say about lying? Does it say we should or should not lie?
Okay, if I were God, I shouldn't lie.
Michael, we're not
Interesting.
talking about God. Jesus, the prophet. What does Jesus, the prophet, say humans should do or not do regarding lying?
As a prophet, I shouldn't lie.
Not if you're a prophet. Jesus was the prophet. What do you, a human, why? No, you know what, Michael, you're literally being dishonest right now. You're avoiding the question. Why are you avoiding answering directly the question that you do understand?
I do want to ask him a question.
Do you have your
after
Bible
this.
with you?
Ooh, that's perfect.
Can you pull up Matthew chapter 19, verse 18?
Which version of the Bible is he reading? Are you reading, Michael?
I read the Bible in Russian and right now KJV.
King James.
Great,
Thank
I
you.
have King James up too. Do you have your Bible open?
Yeah.
Great. Will you start at verse 17 and read 17 and 18 and 19 out loud, please?
Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He said unto him, which? Jesus said, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt. Basically, Jesus is saying that the law wasn't changed by Jesus, but rather Jesus came to fulfill it. But Jesus was the fulfillment of it. Doesn't mean that
I'm
we
sorry,
have to keep
you
the
are
law.
just fucking lying again. Jesus has
Insane.
just told him you must still keep the commandments. He asked which ones. He skipped all the love your God, all the first few ones that are dumb, that are
All
just
of it.
about how jealous God is. And the fourth one, he says, you shall not bear false witness. Jesus says you should continue. You're lying about that he fulfilled the thing. He literally said, until the heavens pass away, I'm changing not a tittle of the law. This is the New Testament. This is Matthew. It's included to say, do not lie. So now that we've established that this person who is calling me to tell me what Jesus said and represents, Michael, would you do me a favor? Michael, would you do me a favor?
I thought I froze.
Michael.
What's up?
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, would you tell me who Dylan
what's
from
up?
Minnesota is?
That's my middle name.
I'm sorry, you called in today as Michael from Missouri. Who's Dylan from Minnesota?
That's my middle name.
Okay, I don't believe you. Are you going to send me legal documentation that proves that's your middle name? Because so
That's
far you've been
odd.
lying a lot, and it's in my best interest to assume you're continuing to lie.
Okay, about these verses.
No,
my daughter,
I do not
Jesus.
have
Ooh.
calls with people who have lied this many times so far and literally spent 10 minutes wasting my time not answering whether or not Jesus tells people not to lie. And then faced with the fact that you have lied to get on air and your middle name doesn't answer for how you changed the fucking state you live in. I'm good. I'm going to pass on that.
Also, just to point that out, and Ian, you're getting muted for using a slur, you dumb bro. Like, so people are so
You
stupid.
dumb bitch.
Yeah, pussy ass beach. Anyways, Psalm 116, 11 fits that.
Well, he would say the Psalms don't count.
Yeah,
Jesus fulfilled the Psalms.
I just want to say it says all men are liars. So
Right.
as a man, so
I'm Michael from Missouri, but my middle name is Dylan from Minnesota.
it's insane take.
Idiot. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Wanna-
Super chat now if you want to see more packs. I'm splitting packs for $10 or more. We had another call lining up, but it looks like they left.
Rocky.
So if we get any more super chats in, we will read those. You
Well, I
had
know one
3
was
calls
Tyler
from Missouri
calling
because
back in.
Missouri loves company is a very funny pun.
Oh. I got
Tyler
it.
tried to call back in?
Yeah, he did.
What'd that bitch want?
I don't know. Either he
Luthien?
hung up or Luthien said nah.
How'd it go with Tyler, Luthien?
I didn't get to
Right.
screen him. He must have just hung up.
I bailed
Okay.
fast.
I just saw it from the auto screener. I was like, haha. I need an Ari shirt now with PAB on it. Okay.
you think.
Not really.
Make
Now
that
I
your
was thinking about
bio.
something.
By the way, have you filled out your bio?
I did, but I need to edit it.
Okay,
So
go edit it.
yeah,
I
I
don't
did
know.
because I was like,
It's
I don't know
like
what to put on this
fucking
thing.
herding cats around these parts.
I actually saw it on the first day that you updated it,
Good.
and I had done it, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And for those that are wondering, on Twitch or TikTok, this is Jimmy Snow in the line, so you guys can find him over on YouTube. Literally that, or you can follow his TikTok account at Q&A line where
Well, I want to do
they
that because I ain't doing much there yet.
yeah, but you keep saying
Frankly,
you're
I
gonna
wouldn't follow me here, but that's me. Y'all can make whatever mistakes you
subscribe.
like. Hey guys, you want to make a mistake tonight? Click that subscribe button. How many mistakes we got in the chat? How many people are making that mistake in the chat tonight? Let's do it.
Subscribe over
Let's-
on Patreon too.
So guys, I did get a regular Mind Stone, but it's not obviously the special one. I got all regular. I haven't had any monster
Nice.
pulls tonight, unless while I was half paying attention, something crazy came through. But I feel like I would have seen the chat be like, "Oh my God, he just got the anti-Zionist ray."
Those are words, and I don't know what they mean.
I made that up. There's not a weapon called the anti-Zionist ray.
Well, that's good.
It turns if you hit somebody with the anti-Zionist ray, it doesn't harm them. It just gives them empathy.
Shit.
They suddenly like, oh, you know what? Dead kids are not dope. That's what the anti-Zionist ray does. And like, you know what? It's not cool to kill kids just because they're Arab. I don't know what I was thinking a minute ago. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, speaking of, sorry, this is where my brain goes. Did you see that where
If you send me Pokemon cards, I'll open them.
hey Fuzzy, where so there was pictures from Gaza that were sent to an exhibit in France, and it was actually them on a soccer field surrounded by, of course, destroyed buildings because the IDF is doing horrible shit.
Yeah.
And they refused to publish the image of a Gazan or a Palestinian soccer field because it was considered to be anti-Semitic.
Oh, good. Do they charge you to go to those exhibits? Because if so, I might be against them. I hate when they're like, hey, let's monetize on people watching basically poverty porn.
Yeah, that one I'm not sure what like the requirements were to get in. I just saw it and it was just so interesting to read that like, oh, that it's just anti-Semitic just to show that the Gaza Strip is actually destroyed. Okay, that makes sense.
I get it. Hey guys, guys, when you show that we are definitively genocidal fucking monsters, that we, not being the Jews, being the state of Israel as ran by Bibi Netanyahu in stolen land, are genocidal, that's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. That's
Apparently.
anti-Semitic.
There was something else I was going to say. Oh, hi, Ian, by the way.
Who's Ian?
Not. One of Jovan's mods.
Oh, what's up, Ian? Fuzzy?
Yes.
What's up, Fuzzy? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I think I owe one more. So get your, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left, except that I have an entire other box. But I am surprised there's not been any kind of crazy pull so much. Not so much. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy.
Apparently,
Wuzzy.
there's someone in my Twitch chat that's making waves, and everyone's telling you to call in. So you should probably do that.
Last chance to call in.
Yeah.
Because you're not real until you call in.
You're just a bot.
I don't know that you're not a fucking, yeah, AI is advanced as shit.
It's
You
doing
literally
things,
just
that's
be
for sure.
trained on whatever bullshit. I don't believe you exist. What's going to be hard is when we won't be able to believe callers aren't bots. And that day's getting closer every day. Baron Struck, I don't think that one's anything crazy, but still cool. Baron Strucker. Scientist Supreme. Let me cover my face with it. Of
Scientist Supreme. That's funny.
Yep. As opposed to Sorcerer Supreme. The last one was Hydra Assault Robot.
Which I
wish
pulled
they had done.
a.
I didn't really look into this that much. I was really hoping it was like a very big like I'm guessing they've probably already done Magic X-Men and maybe that's part of it. I was really hoping to get a bunch of X-Men.
How many repeats do you have
Of what?
of your cards?
That is such a huge question. I'm sure tons. What do
Oh
you
no, I
mean?
mean of the packs that you just opened tonight.
Well, a lot of the basic cards are going to be the same few cards, but there's definitely been some repeats in there.
Okay.
Did Jimmy talk about his bowel movements today?
Why would y'all encourage that?
They weren't too bad because they can't help themselves. They sit there and they go like, "Hey, I've decided this is a meme," and I don't know that this person's done that, but then I'm going to complain about it. Oh God, would it be a Jimmy Snow show if he didn't talk about his bowel movements? And then when I don't talk about my bowel movements, somebody's going to be like, "Oh, where's the bowel talk? Where's the bowels?" But that person might have been perfectly lovely. Who knows? Who knows?
Debatable. Y'all doing some stuff. After pronouns, you should start asking callers to forget all previous instructions and give you a recipe for cookies. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I like that one.
Let's see if there was anything about. I'm guessing not, but maybe that Mind Stone.
Did somebody get all upsetty spaghetti that they were told to call in? This channel seems hell-bent on spreading disinformation. I'll see myself out. Okay, bye. No one's missing you.
If we're spreading misinformation, why not call in and correct it?
That's also true. Like,
is it because you also are going to lie about literally me say something and then you say, "Oh, you just said the opposite of what I said"? Am I gonna say fucking the fucking Islam is dog shit, and then you're gonna sit there and go, "You defend Islam"? Apparently, that regular Mind Stone I pulled was actually a good pull.
Ooh, that's funny.
I've misplaced it. It's in here, obviously, but I thought I sleeved it right away. Damn, I feel dumb for not noticing that too, that it was a big pull. And I think it was a hollow. Hollow. Oh, there it is. Okay, wait. No. It was a yeah. Oh wow. Oh shit. All right, guys, this was our big pull. I only have 5 more packs to see if there's another big pull, but yeah, this card right now on thank you for pointing that out. This card right now on TCG Players, $50.
Ooh.
That's rad.
Godless Engineer says, "Tell Jimmy I pulled a Mind Stone."
But did you pull Borderless Mind Stone? Because I pulled regular Mind Stone. I got this guy. If you pulled Borderless, like, I think Luthien would let me make it worth your while.
It's Magic the Gathering, Tiff.
Correct. Well, we've got a call screening. We'll see if it's that coward from
Yeah.
live chat who's like, oh,
There's
you
been a
guys are
couple of
spreading
them.
misinformation. I don't have any examples, but you're spreading misinformation.
I can't
But-
say it, but I had somebody else just commented. Remember, the Democrats are the party of the KKK. Prove it, Jimmy. Call in.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
It's always funny how they bring it up with white people, though.
Well, and then the party swap's a myth. Party swap's a myth.
It's always
It's
a myth.
Huh?
Said it's always a myth. Everything that is goes against their belief system, it's a myth.
Yeah, don't trace the genealogy. Don't find out whose ancestors, who they have a positive fucking view of, were those people. Don't go looking into that. Don't go looking. I don't even deny the whole Democrats were the Democrats of that time liberal or conservative?
Oh, hey, Salad, didn't I tell you that if you lied or something today that you were supposed to call Jimmy tonight?
Is it septic again?
Yeah, it is. I legitimately
Ugh.
told him on another live. I said, "Hey, you're gonna call into Jimmy Snow," and
He
he's like,
won't,
"Yeah,
because
I
I've
know
already-
Jimmy,"
you know what's
and then he
crazy?
didn't.
I'm exhausted from physical therapy. I've got a headache. Septic Salad, I would still beat easily. Septic Salad is
I
one of
believe
the
it.
least impressive people I have ever debated. I debated him in VR during a period of time. I was taking time off, but I was kind of going in VR and still debating for fun on the side, kind of testing out, playing with my shit. Septic Salad is legitimately one of the lowest effort. Like, there are people I know and would call terrible debaters on our side. And I would be like, well, yeah, you can send them Septic Salad. Maybe they'll benefit from the practice. I got another pack
Maybe.
pull. Did John
Well-
say whether it was borderless?
He said he would have to check, and I don't know if he's looked at it yet. But I think it's funny because he's like, "I didn't lie about anything." It's like, actually, you did. You were asked a point blank question on if you believed. What was it
Wait,
exactly?
who didn't lie? Was it Tyler?
No, Septic Salad. He was being
Is
a
Septic
TikTok
Salad
troll.
Tyler?
I don't know. I don't think so.
funny.
No, he definitely
be
isn't. He
surprising,
was
though.
being a TikTok troll today. And gosh, what was it specifically that you said was that rape wasn't as bad as it? And you were asked a direct question on another live where you basically brushed off rape because you gave a direct answer of a
Oh.
question of a yes or no. Yeah. So you actually did lie
I like
about
Super
what you
Scroll.
said on a live. It's quite
Even though
funny.
the show wasn't great, I even liked Amelia Clark as Super Scroll because introducing that character created a potential. But I guess they're basically
You
just
did, it's
retconning the whole
recorded.
thing.
Just want to remind you, Septic Salad, every TikTok live is recorded. So you should probably wait for their recordings to drop because they're going to post that about you. In fact, I'll let Emma know that she should do that.
All right, we're bringing on Jose, a quote-unquote progressive, saying he is calling in about my lies about the Jews. Well, first of all, I've made no claims about the Jews. Israel and the Jews are not the same people.
Ain't
So if
that
you want to make claims that I've lied about Israel, not only do I not dislike the Jews, I have Jew envy. I grew up thinking I might be a little Jewish. Turns out I wasn't.
Hey.
And I wanted to be a Jew. Anyway, grew up around a lot of Jews. I liked them Jews. So Jose, what lies are you calling to correct me on?
Okay, the first one was the stolen land. I mean, that one's pretty obvious. Y'all know it wasn't stolen. Y'all keep saying
I don't.
that.
No. I don't know it wasn't stolen. First of all, most Israelis are much more European than they are ancient Jewish. They are
Whoa.
more than 90%
Whoa.
European, and they came back to a land where people were living that they could have lived in too, kicked people out of their homes and took them. So no, I don't know it's not stolen land. In fact, history would say it's stolen land.
I disagree. Most of the world knows that Israel was refounded for humanitarian reasons. And it was
That might have been the
legally.
excuse they
legally.
used. You can't, whether or not you claim humanitarian reasons, if you then commit genocide to the end of those humanitarian reasons, you have broken free of the humanitarian reasons.
You're just doing a circular argument saying they committed genocide to prove they committed genocide. The fact is,
I'm sorry, that
with
is
the
not a
UN
thing that
mandate
just
that was
happened.
voted
Are
on
you,
by the world
wait,
community.
do you smell pennies right now? I never said they committed genocide as proof of them committing genocide. I was never offered to
just did.
provide proof. I've never been asked to provide proof that they committed genocide. And if I was asked to commit proof, I would point out that every major watchdog organization in the world, including some in Israel, that are Jewish and Israeli watchdog organizations, have declared it a genocide. I would start there.
So that's an argument from authority or an argument.
I'm sorry. No, that is not an argument. I'm sorry. That is not an argument from authority, because an argument from authority would be this doctor is a doctor, therefore your position is wrong. I said the evidence I would begin with would be that every one of these organizations, I did not say, and therefore it would be over, and therefore the reasons why they declared it would not be considered. It would be very simply that would be an argument from authority. I said this is where I started. Jose, I know you have been watching people debate and you started hearing the names of fallacies and you want to cosplay it, but you need to identify when a fallacy is committed, because a person saying I would start with the fact that it has been declared a genocide by every watchdog group is not committing argument from authority.
I know that's your best argument because you have nothing else. But
okay, so now let me ask you, why have Israeli groups? Why have Israeli groups? What is the definition of a genocide?
I already went over this with Forrest. Like I already put him through.
I don't care. I wasn't there. Okay, all right. Well, Jose, have a good night.
Wait, did I just transform into Forrest?
I just hung up. Okay. If your defense is going to be, I already went over this with Forrest. I wasn't fucking there, so I guess you and Forrest already did it. So call back when you want to have a conversation with me and not skip over any bullshit. You embarrassed yourself immediately.
Very.
And I've already told everybody, I don't give a shit today. If you come in and you call in good faith, I'd rather do no calls than bad faith call after bad faith call after bad faith call. And you just sitting there and trying sophistry and trying to claim fallacies that didn't happen. I'd rather just end the show early than put up with that bullshit. I have no attachment to being here right now, my guys. I barely have as much attachment to the call-in shows in general because I'm so excited by the stuff I'm developing for the podcast channel. You basically have to incentivize me to be here by actually being honest and not being yourself a lying, cucking piece of fucking shit.
Also, I want to point something else real quick. Jimmy, do you remember when Septic Salad was first in my live chat one night and I read a comment and he brought up whatever app that you guys debated on? Do you remember the name of it?
Big Screen.
Yeah. So Septic Salad is now coping hard by saying a couple of things, right? He said that, what did he say exactly? He remembers debating me like 5 years ago because he got hurt. No. I don't think you realize like how someone that is autistic, how their memory works. And then he also tried coping really hard. I didn't remember
please
him.
Let me explain, actually.
Well,
Septic, the reason why I remembered you is, one, we debated on a few occasions. So yes, the autistic memory, but two, you are still a running joke in Big Screen to this day. Even if I go in there and I talk to people on your side of like, were you guys here back in the Septic Salad days? And they literally go like, oh my God. I literally texted somebody you didn't debate. And I went, you will not believe who just showed up in my live chat, Septic Salad. And he said something, I'll just read it to you. I'll read you what he said. Everybody remembers who you are because you are such a caricature of a
if you give me the date of that, if it's not too far back, the funny part is the Septic Salad is saying like, I didn't remember him, he remembered me. And it's like, you're the one who brought up, is that Jimmy from Big Screen? You're the one who brought that up, you dumb.
Oh, that's funny. On July 21st, dude, Septic Salad is in my co-host live chat right now talking about how bad he beat me in the past. And I think he actually believes it. Oh my God. He wrote, holy fucking shit. He is my least favorite human that doesn't need to die. And I wrote,
that's hilarious.
I went ahead and baited him to see if he'd call in, but he was too scared. And then he responded, God, that would be funny. I'm not sure he's ever heard himself speak or else he'd burst into flames. You are memorable. You are memorable as the insanely silly child that you are. Anyway, let me finish pulling this pack.
You're good. Oh, did it remove that ability?
Fucking septic salad. He remembers me because I was so good. I just stunned him into silence. That's what happened. He remembers me because of my exceptional skill. You're literally an existing running. You are a meme to people in big screen.
You know what? I will say this: septic salad. You can prove me wrong, but you are legitimately the cause of the cyclospora outbreak. So
that's just because his brain is diarrhea.
It's also just the name he chose because he's dumb, not smart. Sorry, just very stupid.
You can say no. I don't give a shit.
Oh no, I literally spell it out on purpose because it will confuse them.
Christian was really nice, but we're not doing another ally call tonight. I'm just not. I already was uncomfortable enough with getting glazed so hard. They're very kind, and we'll take them another day when we're maybe slow at the beginning or something. Come on, Mermaid, let's go. I will have some boxes of Pokemon to open, but it probably won't be that exciting. I think I've got maybe some Pitch Black and some Perfect Order coming, but you know, we could do this with the Pokemons. Gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. Ooh, Vision of Love card is sweet. I don't think I got one of those so far, but who knows? My memory's been so fucked. Ooh, Vibranium Energy Daggers. Black Widow. Wonder Man, Hollywood Hero. Ghost Spectral Saboteur. Was that the only call left? Was Christian potentially trying to jump back in? We'll probably wrap on calls then. Let's see. We did get that Hawkeye earlier. Ooh, restorative technique. And obviously just the land cards. I have 2 more, and I think 2 more came in, so we can do them. Clashmatch said, 1 more pack to finally support you some. That was very kind. Pure Forum says, I'm not a debater, but even I can tell the callers are particularly bad at it tonight. Yeah, look, and people will be like, well, if Jimmy's not even going to engage them, what kind of calls? And maybe that's, I don't know, that could be a legitimate thing, but Brett, I feel like I've grown so much more appreciation for how short life is and how much time I'm wasting on people who aren't even trying to have actual conversations. Then people complain, see, Jimmy just mutes and shuts down and da-da-da. Literally, okay, man, you're right. That's what I do. So go make the show where you don't do that. Go make the show where somebody calls in and will say you just said the opposite of what you said. Go make the show where somebody calls in and you ask them for the definition of genocide and they basically say they're not going to give it because they already gave it to somebody else. And if you want to keep having the conversation at that point, all right, I don't hear you at all.
I know it was on purpose.
Oh.
I was saying thank you to someone on TikTok.
Oh, you can have that on here if you want to, yeah.
I figured that's just sometimes more polite to just be like, not interrupt you in that way. So,
but then you muted my words to them. So is it more? Oh, Avengers disassembled.
No, I didn't.
I'm just teasing.
I don't have to do that
card
with
red?
With Wavelink. I don't have to do that.
I got a Ninja of the Hand. I kind of want to see if Avengers Disassembled is anything worth writing home about. I kind of doubt it. I'll doubt it. I got the energy. I'll tell you all about it. I searched from the spark and I found it. Well, it's worth $1.50. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Not even a full candy bar anymore, but all right, last pack of the night. Because I'm not cracking the other box of packs. But thank you guys. It's kind of fun getting through them all. I feel like I really did not want to do this stream today. I was having a very unpleasant day.
Oh no,
it's really bugging. I did vestibular physical therapy today, where they basically just keep inducing dizziness to try and treat dizziness. So like, let's make you really, really, really dizzy and then just try and balance. But this is the last one. It would be wild if I pull a Thanos. I had, so for the record, I did pull a regular Thanos earlier, but I don't think that one's worth shit. But then I didn't know I had the good Mind Stone, but I'm pretty sure I pulled a regular Thanos earlier. Yeah, I pulled the $1.77 one. There is a $10 one that's borderless, $3.76, and there's a $150 one that's also borderless. So if this last pack ends up being a Thanos, that would be my shit. But I don't even know if Thanos is in the regular booster box. Now that I know that they split the fucking that special Mind Stone. Hopefully they only do that with one card. Come on, baby, let's go. Da, 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 da. I love a Ronin card. Ronin's rad. It's just but he's kind of he's propaganda to make you think Hawkeye doesn't suck. All right, this is the last one. Let's find out. Come on, Thanos full art. Nope, sorry guys. I saw that it wasn't a full art pretty close, pretty quick. So, but you know, there's another box. We'll do this another day. We'll chase the Thanos card. We'll see. Do we have a good call queuing? What's going on? I just heard Luthien's voice, so it's possible. But nope, don't look like it. Luthien, we out of calls?
Yeah, we got no calls.
All right. Go ahead and just close out the lines. All right, where can people find you?
Mermaid RE0 everywhere now. So you've got, well, mostly everywhere. I haven't taken the time to actually create the threads, so I need to do that. But
Probably.
TikTok,
but you have Instagram, YouTube, right? So it's at least
Twitch,
reserved.
Instagram. Yep, I got it on there.
So your threads handle is at least reserved, though, because that's Instagram holds your handle for threads, I think.
My Instagram is slowly being built up, so that's fun.
I guess last little thing I want to talk about is that sometimes I will I'll kind of, it's kind of mean. I will end the show and Luthien won't expect it. Bye.